I'm sad. I don't want the days to end. Now we're talking, Hannah. Okay. Let me see if I can just take a look at some of the chat. Okay. I'll let everybody jump in. We got a bunch of people coming in. I see a lot of folks that were in the last couple days. So day 3, this is our last day. Are you guys ready? You guys ready for day 3? Cool. Okay. Here's where I want to start. We'll let a couple more people jump in. We probably have another 20 or 30 people that are going to come in here over the next minute or two. So let me give them one more minute. And in the chat, let me know if you, start dropping your links. Start dropping your links in the chat. So yesterday we talked about your listings, like listing some things, whether it's Facebook Marketplace, Mercari, eBay, any of those things. Just copy and paste your links of your items and start dropping them in the chat for me. So if you remember what I talked about yesterday, I'm going to give you guys some homework. Megan Nichols, that link that you dropped in for some reason is not sending me to the right spot. But try to drop your link in there. If you have trouble with it, I'll try to find it. Try to find some of it so I can use you guys as an example. Okay, we have a couple of them. I'm going to open some of these up. See what I get. All right, looks like we got some guitars. We got a couple things. So if you guys drop your links in, that's going to help me. Okay, let's do a quick review of what we went through yesterday. So if you remember yesterday, it was like all about marketing. So yesterday we pretty much talked all about marketing. And today we're going to talk more about sales. So yesterday we talked about marketing and how marketing kind of like the world revolves around marketing. Remember, I talked about how marketing is attention. So we want to get somebody's attention. Remember, we talked about you guys scrolling maybe on YouTube or on Facebook or somewhere where something stops you and you see it and you're like, whoa, what, like, and remember I talked about buying slowly. So marketing is that thing. It's that image. It's the headline. It's some of the writing in there, but something that stops you and makes you curious to learn more. Remember I was talking about the YouTube ads that come on like before your YouTube video or in the middle. And if there's ever an ad that you don't hit skip, it's something that kind of stops you. And so marketing is that. It's about getting you to stop and getting you more curious about something. And it's really important. Remember, we're not selling things online, really, we're marketing things online, right? So we're trying to market our things, and then the post, the images, the copy, the description, those kind of things, the story will then sell them on coming and taking the next step, whatever you want your next step to be. And then also remember yesterday we talked about your avatar. You remember the avatar? It's not the little blue people. It's actually the person that you're talking to. It's like whoever you're talking to, whether it's the adult. So if you're listing something for the adult or for the kids or whoever it is, whether it's a man or a woman, what their age is. And then one thing I didn't talk about is thinking about also where are they going to be and what are they going to be doing when they see it? So are they going to be on a phone? Are they going to be on a computer? Because those two things might be different of how we write our copy and our ads. So all of that stuff comes down to marketing. So we talked about marketing. We kind of scratched the surface a little bit, gave you some basics on marketing yesterday. And then I'm going to talk a little bit deeper on that today. So I'm going to look at some of your listings to start, and we're going to go through that. And then we're going to talk about sales today. So we're going to end talking about sales. So remember, marketing, anybody ever been fishing? So Caleb, I see you weren't here yesterday. That's okay. Caleb, you can watch the recording. I would highly encourage you to watch the recording because marketing is really, really important, okay? We can't sell anything unless we get somebody's attention. So if we're not getting eyeballs and attention on our stuff, nobody's going to buy it. So nobody can buy it if they don't know about it, right? And so if we're only getting like 1 or 2 views on our item, then we have a problem. There's some problem that's happening inside. And it's not always it's too expensive. It might be the pictures aren't good or the headlines. We'll talk about some of that stuff today. So marketing is designed to get them to look at it and get curious. And then sales takes over after that. So once we get them to raise their hand and say, hey, I'm interested in this, I want to learn more, then we can jump into a sales conversation. Okay, having more of a sales conversation about it. And that's what we'll talk about today. Hi, Mia. Hi, Erica. Hi. Okay. You guys ready to jump into some of this? You guys want to look at some of these ads? Okay, cool. Let me click on some. I'm going to go back up. It's kind of towards the top. I'm going to open some up on my browser. And let's see. See if David's comes up. Ooh, David's got some Nerf guns. Cool, cool. Man. Let's see what else I got. All right, clicking on some of these. Get Vienna's up here. Okay, I'm almost there. I'm going to open a couple more, and then I'll jump into some of these, and then we'll keep going. So I got through, let's see, Jasmine, I'll open hers, and Shati's. I'm going to open Shati's, and then I'll open Gina's, and then I'll go through some of these. Okay, so I need you guys to help me. I need you all to help me in the comments too. Let me know what you think, because I want to see what you got from yesterday. All right, let me share my screen. We'll go through some of these for like the first half. All right, here, I'm going to share my screen right here. Marketplace. There we go. All right, can you guys see this? I got to make this larger. Let me bring you guys back on my other. Okay. Let me open up the chat. Okay, so I'm down to Shati at 11:04. Open up the chat. Okay, you guys can see my screen. Good. All right, I'm just going to move it to the side a little bit. Okay, so this, whose is this? Is it Hannah? Is this yours? Okay, this is hers. So, all right, we got a Peekaroo interactive toy for kids, 2 available. Okay, she listed it 40 minutes ago. Good job getting your homework done or your assignment done right before we started in Simpsonville, South Carolina. Used like new, age range for kids 5 to 7 years, and she's got a long listing here. Okay, so let's look at this, and you guys tell me what you think. So this is what's going to show up. It's going to be, this is the first picture, and we're going to have this headline, Peekaroo interactive toy for kids, 2 available. So let me know what you guys think about this as I kind of flip through. Give me some feedback in the chat. Okay, so Peekaroos. Oh, there's a little like toy inside of there. Okay, so so this is the first image. You guys can let me know what you think in the comments. These robotic animals are called Peekaroos, and they're great for a young child to play with. They're adorable and loads of fun. They come with a baby Peekaroo in their pouch. They have a button on their foot, which makes the Peekaroo come to life. In good condition, not used much. All pieces included, including a baby Peekaroo with each. New batteries from a pet-free house, $20 each, or buy both for $35. The perfect toy for a kid who likes interactive fun. Okay, so tell me what you guys think about this. Remember, this is the first image. There's a switch down there. Second image here. Third image here. Fourth image here. Fifth image here. Okay. So let's see what all of you guys have to say. Better front picture, Gustavo said. Ella said cute. Ashley said maybe use the first picture or the second picture for the first one. So this picture for the first one. Mia said I would change the first picture. I changed the front picture and thumbnail. Good photos. Swap the thumbnail photo. Hannah said that's not the first image I put. I don't know why it is first. Pretty good, but the front pic could be better. I would change the order of the images. 3 pics should have been, okay, the third pic should have been the first one, this one. Cute, but switch the first image. I don't think that should be the first pic. So all of you guys are kind of like hit on the first picture. Okay, better first picture. So Elijah said, gonna sell well because of the good pictures. Okay, cool. Let me ask you guys another question. So a couple things, let's go through the photos. I agree, if this was the first picture, it sounds like this wasn't, but kind of take a look at the image and see. It looks like it is the first picture, so maybe make an edit. This second picture is good. This one, look, when you're taking photos, so I know you guys aren't like professional photographers, but if you, right here, this photo is a lot of like sky and carpet and not a lot of the item. So if I was going to zoom out like this, I might put something that gives some perspective of the size that it is. I get a little perspective because of the baseboard. So I kind of see it's probably like, I don't know, like 1.5 feet high, something like that. And then this one, there's a lot of carpet down here on the bottom. I would try to like center the two images so that they're predominant there if we're getting really picky. This one, I would try to show the whole thing. I kind of like that it's in there in the little peekaboo thing. And then the back of it is you kind of show like the whole item where you can see that it's not like, discolored or damaged or anything like that. So all that stuff is good. The headline, Peekaroo interactive toy for kids. I like that, too, available. $20. I don't know what the comps are. Let's see if there's any Peekaroo toys around me. How much is it brand new? Here's a Peekaroo, $15 new, and this is within 20 miles of Spring Hill, Tennessee. Here's one for 13. So these Peekaroos, I guess, are like known toys. So there's quite a few. Oh, these are all shipping. There's nothing local to me. Nothing local. Peekaroo toy. See how much they are. $35 on Amazon. I get them $41 at Walmart. What is this? Peekaroo. I can get $15 at Amazon. 15 bucks. Let's see if it's the same thing. It looks like it. Looks like very similar. So, do you guys think this is a problem for her? Is this a problematic competitor? You say no? So this one, the purple one that they're selling is $35. If I was a parent right now, the rainbow plush toy and baby with bonus bows over 150 sounds and actions. So this could be a problem. It could be a problem for a savvy buyer, right? Because I would buy that. This one's $50. This one's $50 used on Poshmark. Look at this. This is interesting. So this shows me, I wonder if I could get more money on a site like this, Poshmark or Mercari, than I could on Facebook Marketplace potentially. Like this one's selling for $50. Pre-owned used. The other thing I'd look at some of this. One thing that I noticed when I was looking at your listing, Hannah, let's go back to yours, is I'm not exactly sure what it does. Like it says it comes to life, but I'm not sure what it does. So maybe somebody is shopping for it. But in the story, I would say like over here, I would come here and look at some of this stuff. Like look at this headline, over 150 sounds and actions. This one, same thing. Magical interactive pouch with a surprise baby reveal and over 150 sounds and actions. Inside of her pouch, discover one of 3 mystery babies, Violet. So she got 3 of them. Pet, tickle, and bounce Mama Roo to encourage baby Roo to reveal herself. So some of these things, like that tells a little story. 10 moods of Mama, baby Roo. So I don't know, this kind of stuff, like saying all this. I would look at describing a little bit more of what it does. And I'm just getting really picky here. Like if I was doing it, this is where I come for inspiration. I just kind of copy and paste this kind of stuff. So my goal is to kind of teach you how to make the best listing possible. Come to Amazon. This one includes 4 Duracell batteries. So might say, batteries are needed, something like that. But with 10 moods or discover, play again, all this stuff. 1 of 2 mystery baby surprise toys. Those kind of things. So I think it's good though. I would change the first image. It sounds like it was just a mistake. And then maybe beef up the description a little bit. And then I would just kind of see where it lands, like how many views you're getting. So you can click on here and see how many views you get. And then also in your area, look and see if there's other things in your area. Oh, where is it? Let's see. It's Simpsonville, South Carolina. So I could change this to Simpsonville. Simpsonville, South Carolina, within 20 miles. I'm going to apply my, what is it called? Peekaroo. Okay, so if I was searching this within Simpsonville, South Carolina, sorry, you guys are looking at my messages. I didn't realize. I see a couple. Okay, it's Alpharetta, Georgia. So most of these are shipping. I don't know where yours is. I don't see yours. Yep. So I would look and see how many views you're getting. Does that make sense to you guys? Yeah, do a video. I like that. Natasha said do a video. You could make a video of like it playing and you can upload one video. That's a good idea. All really good ideas. Great job, guys. Good job, Hannah. I know we're like beating you up a little bit, but okay. Let's look at this guitar. So we've got an EPI Songmaker acoustic guitar. This is always what I do. Copy this sucker and let's see what they're selling it for. So I'm going to close out the Peekaroo. Let's go to this one. So Songmaker acoustic guitar. You guys just tell me what you think about this as we go through it. So we got a picture there, picture there, picture there, picture there. Flip on tuner. All right, what do you guys think? EPI Songmaker acoustic guitar, vintage sunburst guitar. Condition new. This is a very nice new guitar and will be perfect for any newcomers and even some who have played great for teens and kids trying to get into guitar playing, including Snark super tight instrument tuner, Seagull embroidered dreadnought gig bag. 300. So let's see what you guys got. Way too high of a price. Okay, so this is also the Canadian dollar. So this is in Toronto. This is Canadian dollars. So it's not 330 US dollars. Let's see how much. Let's see what it is in US. 240 US dollars. So $240. I don't know if this is the same guitar. Let's see. EPI Songmaker acoustic vintage. One thing that I noticed, let me go back to you. Overpriced, too much. Amazing pictures. Mia said amazing pictures. Good pictures, Ashley said. Hannah said too much money. Good photos, maybe lower price. Good photos though. How much new? You need a pic of it flat on its back. Do $110. They said great. Price is too high. How much does it cost? Nice job including the case. Overpriced. It seems to be the going thing. So I agree. I like these photos a lot. I think they're really good. This shows the whole case, front and back, guitar. One thing I might consider doing is trying to get a picture of like somebody holding it or playing it or something like that. It gives it a little bit of a size look of it. But I think the pictures are really good. I totally agree. And I like this, like the extra add-ons here. A couple guitar picks. I think the description. One thing that I noticed that was missing is the model number. So like it's an EPI Songmaker acoustic vintage guitar, but it looks to me like there's these. Sorry, I'm going to close out these Peekaroo things. I don't know what the model number is. This is FT100. Does it look the exact same? Let's see. It looks the exact same to me. This FT100 right here. Yeah, this looks the exact same. And so this is $170. So you're actually priced over what I can get this on Amazon for minus the bag. So maybe they have, here's a bundle. Here's a bundle right here with a bag, straps, 3 picks, like some other thing, winder, instructional DVDs for $200. So I agree. I think it's overpriced. I also think the description, you should beef up the description a little bit. This is a very nice new guitar. So like I would say never been played guitar or something like that. Like brand new, never played before, or if it's been played before, played once or twice or something like that. And is perfect for any beginner or even advanced guitar player. Great for teens and kids trying to get into guitar for the first time. It also includes a Snark super tight instrument tuner, Seagull embroidered case, or gig bag, those kind of things. And then I would also put, one thing I didn't tell Hannah that I think all of you should do is how much does it cost brand new? Like put that in there. Remember my listing that I did with the brand new stroller? The price was like, I showed the price was like 3 or 4 times more than what I was selling it for. So I would definitely do that. And I would drop the price. I think I would look and see what else is available in your area to see some pricing of this exact guitar. So let's look up like this guitar. Let's see if it works now. Let's go to Toronto, Ontario. Let's go, yeah, it's a big place, 20 miles. This should be plenty. Let's apply that. And then, 1985 Lamborghini. Replica. Okay, so here's yours, 330. Here's a little bit of competition at 180. It's a different acoustic guitar. I don't see your exact model, but here's a Fender for 260. Is this 2 guitars? Okay, here's the acoustic guitar for 100, or everything for 200. Here's one for 150. Here's one with a case. So he's got a video playing it. That's the first one. This one's 150. So I think you need to drop the price. That would be my biggest advice to you. But yours does come up. It's the first listing. Yep. Okay. Looks like you guys all agree with me. Let's go to the next one. All right. It looks like we got some Nerf guns. So, okay, here we go. Nerf guns. Let's go through this one. Nerf guns and Target. I'm just going to pop through the pictures so you guys can see it. Target. Nerf guns and Target, listed 16 hours ago in Franklin, Tennessee. All Nerf guns and targets are included. The guns and bullets were barely used. Some of the Nerf Ultra bullets were lost, but there are still many. Okay, so let me know what you guys think here. Let's change to Franklin, Tennessee. Franklin, Tennessee, here we go. I'll go with, why is it in kilometers? What happened? I went to Canada and I went to kilometers. Let's go 20 kilometers. I don't know why I just changed. And then we want Nerf guns. There it is, 50 bucks. For comparison, we can see this is a full tote of Nerf guns. Oh man, I didn't realize I could get Nerf guns for this cheap. Wow. Okay. Gina said nice. Gustavo said slide. 2 overpriced for toys. Nice adding the Target. Underpriced. Parents would not pay that much. Jack said. Gina said great price. Logan said decent, too cheap. So you guys are kind of like in the middle, yeah? Let's see what else is available. 3 Nerf guns, 10 bucks. 4 Nerf guns, 40 bucks or 50 bucks. Nerf gun collection, 40 bucks. Nerf gun gold mine, 123,000. 20 bucks, 50 bucks. Ooh, look at this, 75 bucks. So I'm always like shopping my competition. What does it say? This says Dover, Tennessee, free Nerf guns. Not much else. Assorted Nerf gun. Oh, best offer wins. Best offer wins. So they listed free to get more eyeballs on it. 5 bucks. What is this? 5 bucks each Nerf gun and $1 for accessories. So 5 bucks a Nerf gun. $1 a Nerf gun. Is in Clarksville, Tennessee. I'm not driving to Clarksville. Okay, so let's talk about this one more time. Pretty good photos. Hannah said, I don't know about price. Too much or too little, can't tell. Try 25 bucks overpriced. It's kind of mixed there. Here's one thing that stood out to me that I haven't seen yet in the chat from you guys. Is the first one is that, can you tell this photo looks kind of weird? Like it has all this like grayed out stuff on the top and bottom. Did you guys notice that? And then this one, same thing. And then this one, same thing. And this one, same thing. See what I'm talking about here? So I think the photos are pretty good, but let's look at this Nerf gun picture. little bit of that. Let's look at this one. A little bit of that. Maybe it's because I'm looking at my computer. This one looks like it was taken sideways with the camera. And this one was taken up and down. I don't remember Hannah's or the other ones, but you can see kind of like up and down, like when the phone is kind of straight, you get a little bit better shot than this, is one thing that stood out to me. But I think I would put them all sideways. I'd make all these, I would make it all uniform. So like all of my pictures sideways. And then here's another thing. So Nerf guns and target. So I would put something that's a little bit more descriptive, like 4 Nerf guns and 4 Nerf guns, target, and bullets. That would be kind of my headline. And then down here, I definitely wouldn't put I wouldn't put this. I'd get rid of this. Some of the Nerf gun ultra bullets were lost, but there are still many. I wouldn't say that. I would say how many bullets were included. I wouldn't say that like I lost some. I would just say this is how many I've got. And the Nerf Hyperfire Elite and Ultra One need batteries to work. So like, does it come with batteries? I don't know the answer to that. It creates a couple of questions. And fun to use. I would tell a story like we had epic Nerf gun battles in our playroom. You know, for the 6 months that we own these, they're going to go to a great home, something like that. Does that all that make sense to you guys? Remember, we're marketing it. We're trying to get people really excited. This one, like I would set them up a little bit. I would also like tip these up a little bit. Like I would move them, like put them on something where they're sitting up so I can see how nice they are. Like right now, I just see like the bottom of the gun. So I also think they're a little bit overpriced, but you can kind of let it go. It's been up 16 hours. I'm curious if you got any hits on it or not. All right, let's keep going. I'm going to move a little bit faster. We're going to go through a couple more. Blippy peel and stick wall decals. So Blippy peel and stick wall decals. This must be Hannah's also. Hannah, you selling Blippy stuff too? Simpsonville, South Carolina. Okay. First picture looks good. Second picture. Third picture. So 31 wall decals. I'd probably put 31 in the description. You guys can let me know what you think in the chat. I'm just gonna keep like rolling quickly through these. I'd probably put 31 Blippy peel and stick wall decals. And then I'm not exactly sure like how big the wall decals. It probably says it in the. Can you open this up without damaging it? Like unravel it? Like I'd probably undo this, pull it out, and take pictures of it, maybe with something next to it so I can see the size. Decorate your kids' room with their favorite character, Blippy. The other thing is here, watch this. Blippy decorated kids' room. I would do something like this. Go to images. Let's see, is this the same thing? I would try to find like a kid's room that's decorated with the same images, the same peel and stick stuff that I have. So maybe this one. If this is what it is, I don't know if it is, but I would take this picture and this would be one of my pictures. You know, if this is what I've got, I'd pull this picture. So you can just do it like click on it, copy image, and then or download the image, and I would take it and use it. Does that make sense? So they can see it like if I saw this, if I saw this in a kid's room with some stuff in it, it would look a lot better than just my image. So I would do something like that. Yeah, show an example of it in my house. It looks a little different, but these wall stickers are easy and convenient way to transform your kids' room in minutes. Easy to apply, simply peel and stick decals, easy to remove. Comes with, okay, this is great. Like all this description is really good. Your mom helped you with this, didn't she? Yeah. Yeah. That's great. It's great. I don't know if $10 is good. Probably is. Let's see. I don't know. These are like $120. I think $10 is fantastic for that. I think you should sell that in no time. Have you gotten any messages on that yet? You just did it. You got messages already on it? People want to buy it? Yeah. I think it might be underpriced. I think that one might be underpriced. I might have priced it at like 25 bucks. So, okay, let's go to the next one. So here's this one. Horse picture and Arctic fox stuffed animal. Let's see. So this looks like the first picture to me. I don't think this should be the first picture because I don't see the Arctic fox. Vienna said her front picture changed. So just make sure you edit it and bring it back. So horse picture, Arctic stuffed animal. Okay, I'm gonna let you guys tell me what you think about this. You guys tell me what you think about this. Horse picture and Arctic stuffed animal, $35, Spring Hill, Tennessee. Great city. So we've got this listing right here. Tell me what you think. Okay. All right. I like what I'm seeing here. Paul said change the first picture. Caleb said I agree. Tim, it's not Tim, but make 2 listings. Jack said make it 2 different listings. Paul said to sell the 2 items secretly. I think he means separately. Oh, there's this correction. Mia said good picture. So yeah, absolutely, 100%. You guys nailed it. You guys are good, man. What? Orlando said, what does an Arctic fox have to do with a Western horse? So yeah, you guys got it dead on. These should be 2 different listings for sure. I see this a lot. I see people make one post and they list multiple items. And even if they have anything to do with each other, like maybe in the Nerf gun thing, you could say like, hey, I'm willing to sell these separately or something. But this one for sure, these should be 2 different listings. A 30 by 20 black and white horse picture that has been used as a core before, but has no scratches and is good as new by itself. It's $25. And because like somebody that wants this horse picture is probably not going to want the Arctic fox stuffed animal. So make them 2 different listings. And because remember the avatar, the person that wants this is probably not going to want this. And the person that wants this is probably not going to want this. So Ella said she wants both. Ella wants both. So send Ella Perkins the listing link so she can buy your both of your items. And then we mentioned the front picture. I think the other pictures are really good though, like the Arctic fox. I noticed you have like a screen back here. The only thing I would say about this fox picture is the background and the fox don't really stand out from each other. So they're kind of the same color or same tone. It looks like carpet, those kind of things. So, but yeah, I love this picture. This is my favorite picture probably. This one and this one. So really good. This is nice, but it definitely should be at the end. And I like that you put this to show how to hang it. Maybe if you showed it like hanging in a space before, that would be cool too. All right, I'm going to keep moving. I got a couple more that I clicked on. Okay, Proform elliptical machine. Look at this. Somebody's got an elliptical machine. Let's see. North Las Vegas. I'm going to switch to North Las Vegas. Okay, before I do that, let's see. We got, let's go through it real quick. So you guys tell me what you think about this listing. Tell me what you guys think about the images, the listing, the headline. Whose is this? Say, tell me whose it is. Say it's yours in the chat if it's yours. Jasmine, it's Jasmine's. Okay. So Proform elliptical, Proform Cadence LE elliptical machine. Get fit this summer with this elliptical that is lightly used in great condition, perfect for home workouts. Features 12 digital resistance levels. Space saver, is designed for easy storage. Perfect for small spaces. Integrated device shelf. EKG grip pulse. iFit Bluetooth smart BLE enabled. Includes elliptical machine, DC power supply. Gives the dimensions, the weight, and the weight capacity. Cool. Okay, let's show these pictures one more time. All right. Let me just look at some of the comments here real quick. I agree. Nice digital. I love this. This right here. I love these measurements. I think this picture should be flipped. You can rotate it in there so I can see all this. I would have a close-up of this, of the settings. So like this one, but have just a close-up of this square settings right there. I would also do a close-up. You mentioned this Bluetooth, and then it looks like there's a plug right here, like they can plug in. I don't know. I think this is like plugging in like a phone for headphones or something maybe, or a cup holder. Hard to tell exactly what that is. I'd do a close-up of that. I love these handles. I love this picture. It's awesome. The next picture right after this, I would do a close-up of the control display. I would also make this my headline. This would be my headline: Proform Cadence LE elliptical machine, not Proform elliptical. I would copy this and I would put this as my headline. I'm not sure why you dropped the price in 13 hours from 150 to 130. Let me see what we can get here. I'm just going to change this to North Las Vegas. I'll go within 20 miles and I'm going to search this elliptical machine. Let's see what we get. Proform Cadence LE elliptical machine, $79. Proform Cadence LE compact elliptical machine, $79. Let's see if it's the same thing. It looks pretty similar. Might be beat up. Here's a Proform spin bike and elliptical. This is a one, and here's another $79 elliptical. So, oh, oops. It looks like your competition's around $80. One thing I would do, since most of these look like they're coming out of gyms, they've probably been really worn down. They've probably been like they're in really bad shape. So I would say something in my post, in my description, not from a gym. I would say, does that make sense? I'd say this is not from a gym. Very early on, I would be throwing rocks. That's called throwing rocks at your competition. Like I might even say in my description, if you want an elliptical machine that has 10,000 hours on it, go buy the $80 ones on Facebook Marketplace from the gyms. They're probably going to break in a week. Mine's only been used X number of times. Does that make sense to you guys? It's called throwing rocks. It's called looking at your competition and saying why yours is better. Yeah. Okay. I definitely want to take some time for sales. I know a lot of you guys want me to do yours. Let's see. Who's like crushing me in the chat? Ella. Okay, Ella, here we go. Let's look at this one. Ella. This is in Burns, Tennessee. Ella Perkins. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay, I'm gonna let you guys take it away and see what you've got here. What you guys think. Okay, so we got first picture, second picture, third picture, fourth picture. You guys are getting really good at this. I think it's totally worth us doing this because now you're starting to spot a lot of things that I really like. So let's look at it. Logan hollow core molded 2-panel shaker interior double door, 4 foot by 6 foot 8, $160. Listed yesterday in Burns, Tennessee. Logan 2-panel shaker door, 40 by 80, hollow core primed, $160. I'm selling a brand new Logan 2-panel shaker door, perfect for any interior space. This door measures 4 feet wide by 6 feet 8 tall. It's a hollow core door, primed and ready for your finish. Details. Original price $228. This door is in perfect condition, was not used on the job, which is why we're selling it. Grab this great deal for only $180. If you see the listing, then it's available. No deliveries. Porch pickup only. PPU is porch pickup only. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions or need more information. Okay. Let's see what you guys have to say. Okay. So Jack, you're killing it. Man, I love your comments. He said, need it standing up. Paul said, bad pics, messy, need better pictures, a little bit messy. Stand it up. Henry said, stand it up. Ashley said, don't have feet in the pictures. And so we got a foot there. They keyed off on the foot. I don't think it was that egregious and bad. I like the ones with the tape measure, but other ones aren't good. Ella said we could not pick it up. So it's probably heavy. And so I get that. If you can pick it up and stand it up, it definitely would help. It definitely would help. Pictures look like a construction site. I agree. So yeah, I think you probably got, I think the description is fantastic. I really like the description. One thing, who's going to buy this door? Before I keep going, who is going to buy the door? Like who do you think is a really good candidate to buy this door? Men, dads, adults, parents. Be more specific. I know you guys might not be like flipping houses and stuff like that. Okay, Jack said, dad or construction people. Ashley said workers. Gustavo said recently moved people. So somebody who's going to buy this door is there's a couple people that I see that could potentially buy this door. Number one, it's contractors, like people who are doing work that want a discount, or potentially a homeowner that's looking to remodel their house. And so I would put that kind of up in the description possibly. I might say like attention flippers and contractors. And then I might not put all the specs of this door because people are probably not searching by looking for a Logan hollow core molded 2-panel shaker interior double door. So inversely, like on the opposite of the elliptical machine and everything else we did, I would put this stuff down in the details, and then I would probably do like a 2-panel shaker door, double door. So 2-panel shaker double door up in the like in the name of this. Donna said bodybuilders. So, and then I would try to clean up the photos a little bit. I agree with some of that stuff. And then if you can find it, there's probably a picture, like just a regular picture, like right here. If I can't stand it up, I'm grabbing this. If this is it, same one, something like that. Or I'm going to go to images here, and I'm going to show this door in the wild. Like I'll show something like that. I'd use a picture like this. Or like if I can find it as a double door in somebody's house already installed and painted. But if I can't stand it up, I'm going to find like the actual listing on Home Depot or something, if this is it. And I'm going to grab this picture, or a picture that's similar to it, to put in that listing to make it look better. Okay, I'm going to do one more, and then I'm going to talk about sales. Okay, give me 1 second. I want to do one on eBay. Oh, here we go. Let's look at this one. So I want to do something outside Facebook Marketplace. So we've got, okay, let's see what we got here. Jason Tatum, 2017 optic fast break hologram rookie, PSA 10. Oh man. Okay. All right, Tegan, is this yours? Yes. Hold on, let me scroll down. Okay, it's yours. All right, let me see. So let's look at this. So let's see what we got. We got a basketball card, a rookie card, hologram. This PSA is like the rating of the card, so it's rated out of 10. So let me see what you guys think about it. And just eBay stuff is down here. So graded PSA 10, professionally graded, sports trading card, 2017, card number 198. He's got all the stats on here. Jason Tatum, 2017, Panini Donruss optical PSA 10. So yeah, PSA is the grading. So the first thing that I'm going to do, first of all, I like the fire emojis in the description. So I like that stuff. One thing to notice here, one thing they look at, is they're going to look at other things that you've got for sale or have sold in the past. So it looks like you've got, these are a couple other listings that are current, it looks like. And then let's look at the other thing that I would be looking at is, so you sold 14 items. Look at your feedback. Package well, arrived as described, nice card, perfect transaction. So he's got all positive feedback, 100% positive feedback. So people usually will look at that stuff, and let's see what you have sold. Pokemon card. Oh, this is like old listings. I want to see older stuff. Okay, it just doesn't go that old. So the next thing I'm going to do, let's just stay here, and then I'm going to search it. So I want to see what else is out there. This looks like, let me see. That's a little bit different card. This is the same card. Yeah. This looks like the same card. 488. This is Tegan's 499.98. Captain Fantastic looks like he has one at 499. So you're probably right there on pricing. Here's one for 599. Have you gotten any bids yet? Have you gotten any offers yet? Anybody make an offer for you yet? Tegan, has anybody made an offer on the card yet? Okay. Oh, 8 offers. How much? What's the low offer? Hey, Tegan, unmute. Can you unmute? Here, I'm gonna have you unmute. So let's talk about this, because let's move into the sales conversation.
Can you hear me?
Okay. Okay. Let me turn up my volume. So your best offer so far is 350. You got 8 offers, right?
Yeah.
Okay. How much do you have? How much do you have into the card?
I bought it for $199 at a card show.
You bought it for $199.
Yeah, I flip a lot, and I stream on Whatnot. It's like a streaming platform where you can run live auctions and stuff. So I buy and sell on there a lot. But a lot of those card shows, I like card shows a lot. So that's why.
Okay, so you bought it for $199. How long ago was that?
That was last summer.
Last summer. Okay. And do you want 500 for it? Are you willing to take less? Where do you want to end up? What'd you say you cut out? Can you still hear me? Can you guys hear Tegan, or is it just me that can't hear him? You guys can't hear him? A couple shaking their heads now. Okay. Tegan, can you hear me still? All right, there we go. Let's see. Maybe your headphones died, or try to put it just like on your computer. Try to put the audio on your computer. Okay, he's gonna reload it and come back in maybe. Okay, cool. So I want to be able to hear him, because let's talk about sales. Because right now what we've got is what's going to happen next. So you made your listings, right? The next thing that's going to happen is people are going to make you offers or ask, is it still available? Or these kind of things. Remember? I wish I got more, but I didn't get as many as I thought I was going to get, like messages to me. And if you, here, I'll ask you to unmute again. Let's see if it works. I see your lips moving, but I can't hear you for some reason. It's weird. All right, you might have to just drop your stuff in the chat. You can keep trying. If you can get it to talk, I'll be able to hear you. So now when we get to sales, we've got this item that somebody is interested in, right? Marketing gets them interested, and then it turns into a sales conversation. And inside the sales conversation, remember I told you, like, marketing and sales, if you can understand and learn this, then you can do anything. The sales conversation is not so much about telling them how great the items are that you have. It's about painting a picture of, like, it's about finding out if they want it, how bad they want it, and then what their life would be like if they had it. Okay. So a lot of people, and myself included, will say that selling is serving. So a lot of people are like, I don't like sales. Like, I don't want to be a salesperson. It's kind of sleazy. But if you like to actually sell something, it's about listening to people. So sales is about listening to people's problems, listening to what they want, listening to some of their desires, and then figure out the thing that you have can help benefit them. And so, like, we can use any of these things as an example, like the Blippy stickers. A parent probably, like, their kids really they love Blippy. They want their room with some Blippy stickers on them, right? A guitar, elliptical machine. Why is somebody buying an elliptical machine? What do you guys think? Why is somebody buying one of these elliptical machines? Why are they buying an elliptical machine? Yep, to work out, to get buff, to get in shape, to lose weight, to get not fat. So that's why they're buying the elliptical machines, to lose weight, to get in shape, those kind of things. So they're struggling with something, and your product can help them, right? Any of these things that you're selling, you got to think about in sales, when you're selling something, you're solving a problem. Okay. So what you don't want to do is assume that you know what's going on with the other person that's looking to buy something.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Yeah.
Oh, okay. There goes.
Okay. Yes. Stay unmuted because we're going to come back to your card in a second.
Okay. So
in selling for you guys, like this card, there's probably somebody who loves Jason Tatum. By the way, I don't even know who Jason Tatum is. I can't believe it. But I don't watch basketball a lot. So people like probably love him, have been looking for this card for a long time, and are trying to find this card at a reasonable price. So if you ever bought something that that you didn't need? Have you ever bought something that you didn't need, but you wanted it? Let me rephrase the question. What's something that you guys want right now? Like that if you had the money, you would buy today. Put it in the chat. What is something that if you had the money, you would buy it right now? You want it really, really bad. Tell me what it is. Okay, I'm just going to let this. So candy, a PC, dirt bike, mechanics, Fortnite, a PC, new computer, Good Omens book, a PC, a new phone, a vacation, a one-of-one football card, a better PC, motorbike and mountain bike. Donna doesn't know. PC, go-kart, the entrance fee for meeting draft. I don't know what that is. VR set, PC, Hypefire, a cat, another guitar, my favorite book series, and a new computer. Okay, so like a puppy, 1957 Mustang convertible. Oh, BJ, you're speaking my language. I'm right there with you. Although I would want a GT500 Shelby Cobra. Rolls Royce, love it. A Spider-Man web shooter, Nerf bullets, American Girl doll stuff. So, okay, a house, a Lamborghini. Oh, who said Lamborghini? Man, guys are killer. Okay, so, but are all these things that you need or things that you want? What do you think? Everything that you guys put in the chat, are they things that you need or things that you want? Like truly, don't just say need because it's like, oh, I need a dirt bike. I really need a dirt bike. Like we buy the things that we want, right? We buy the things that we want. And then what do? You justify that you need it, right? You justify some reason why you need this Lamborghini or why you need these things. So people do the same thing. They buy what they want. And so they buy what they want. And so inside of that, you got to understand, like, what are some of the problems that the people are going through? What are some of the issues? What are some of the, what are the things that this solves for them? So the Lamborghini might solve like a childhood desire to have a Lamborghini. I had a Lamborghini on my, and a Ferrari poster on my wall pretty much my entire time growing up. And so now that I get to the point where I might be able to afford a Lamborghini, it doesn't really make sense because I have 3 kids and I can only put 2 people in the car. And most of my kids can't even sit up front anyway. But I might be like, oh, but it would be really fun. And I could take the kids on a one-on-one, or me and my wife can take it on date night. So I justify it with all these things. So when you're selling something, what I want you to understand is you have to listen to the other person. You have to find out more information about why they're contacting you. And so when somebody says, Tegan, eBay's kind of like, you don't talk back and forth on eBay, but let's use Facebook Marketplace. If Tegan listens to this on Facebook Marketplace, somebody sends a message like, hey, I'm interested in your card. He might be like, oh, are you a huge, my first thing wouldn't be like, all right, do you want to come pick it up tomorrow? It would be, are you a huge Jason Tatum fan? And then they'd be like, yeah, I'm a huge fan. I've been watching him forever. I've been looking for this card. Like, oh, have you ever seen one of these cards in person? Have you ever seen a 10? You know? And I would start asking them questions and start understanding. And he might be like, well, I'm a card collector. I collect a lot of these things. Or maybe they're a flipper like him. And then he'll start knowing that they're not going to want to pay retail. And you just start understanding what they want. Is this making sense to you guys? Okay. Making sense? Selling is serving. So in order to serve someone, you have to figure out what some of their challenges and problems are and what's stopping them from buying the thing. Because it's not about price. If all you're talking about is price, it's a race to the bottom. Okay? Do you guys remember yesterday when I was talking about the event that we're doing, this 2-day event? Do you guys remember that? And some of you were like, oh, I really want to go to that. When did you really want to go to it? You didn't want to go to it when I was like, it's a 2-day wealth workshop in Franklin, Tennessee, right? Some of you wanted to go to it when I said, oh, the winner is getting a computer. Right? Some of you were like, oh, that made me want to go. And some of you wanted to go to it when you heard like the things that we're doing there, like the activities, the fact that we're having a competition, the fact that you're going to learn how to make money, the fact that you're going to learn how to invest in the stock market or real estate. And it sounded fun and interesting. And there are other kids there. Like, you have to tell the story. So remember, the marketing said, oh, tell me more about that. And then the sale is, let's use that as an example. If I was talking to your parents, I would say, hey, do you think that the school system and society is setting your kids up well to be successful in the future? Do you think that like what they're learning in school is what they need to know after they get out of school? Or do you think that something's missing? So if I can help you over 2 days at an event to help fill the gaps of what you think is missing for your kids, and they come out of there more interested in entrepreneurship, more interested in business, more interested in making money, more interested in not being in debt, hundreds of thousands of dollars by the time they're 25 or 30, do you think that would be something that's worthwhile to have your kids come to? Right? And so I have to sell that. I have to sell the picture. And so what you're doing when you're selling something is you're taking somebody from where they are to where they want to be. So I don't know who said Lamborghini, but if you buy a Lamborghini, there's something that you feel when you're driving it and after you have it. So what you need to do is you need to talk about how you feel right now to that person. How do you feel right now? So if I was a Lamborghini salesperson, I would say, tell me what it's like driving your minivan right now. How do you feel driving that minivan around? What do you think life would be like if you were driving around a Lamborghini? What do you think? How do you think that would change? What do you think your neighbors would say? Like some of those things. That makes sense? So for some of you guys, whatever you're selling, when you get these messages, you need to understand how to respond to those messages. So Tegan, eBay is kind of tough, man. It's tough because you don't really talk to the people. You might be able to kind of like message a little bit back and forth, but it's really like they make an offer and you make a counter offer, right?
Yeah, mostly.
Yeah. So like you're getting these like low ball offers just to kind of see where you land and where they'll end up. So a lot of that is I call it binary. It's a lot of zeros and ones. It's not really like you can get into a selling, but at card shows, you're negotiating with the people, right?
Yeah, and
When you
do counter offer, you can actually send a message with it, and I usually do that. And
yeah,
a lot of times you can say what offers you have. Like I'll say that's like lower than my other offers I've gotten on the card. So I'll usually give them a price range that would be near mine.
Yeah, but you're not really having a conversation about why they want the card. You know,
Yeah.
It's like you don't know the other person. The best way to sell is if you can get to know the other person You can understand where they are and what they need. So there's a few things that sell. Let me give you guys my abbreviation for selling. And if you have a pen and paper, I'd write this down. It's ELF. Do you guys like Elves? You like the movie Elf? I like the movie Elf. So I remember it like Elf. So ELF are the three things that sell for me. The first one is emotion. So emotion is what we've been talking about. It's the biggest selling factor on the planet. People buy because emotion. All the things that you guys dropped in the chat, you were interested probably because some emotion. They're all wants almost. Almost all of them are wants. There's some emotional reason why you want to buy that thing. So that's primarily how people sell. Almost everything that they sell is emotional sales. So what that means is I want to sell you on the dream and the emotion of what it will be like if you have this thing. And then the second one is logic. And so most people buy with emotion and justify with logic. So they'll buy something with the emotional feeling like, I really want this thing. Oh, and by the way, it would also help me with X, Y, and Z. So a lot of you said PCs, like computers. So you're like, man, I really want this computer. And then you go to your parents and you're like, Mom and Dad, this computer would help me with my school and help me learn things and that's the logical piece of how you're trying to sell the fact that you should get a PC to like game on or whatever else you want to do on it, right? And then the third one is fear, emotion, logic, and fear. And so what fear is it has to have a time. There has to be a time limit. So let's use this as an example. Let's say somebody really likes Jason Tatum, really wants this card, and Tegan's got somebody on the hook who wants to buy this card, and he knows that they love this card. They've always wanted this card, and it's one that's missing from their collection. They're emotionally attached to it, right? And then logically, what he can say is, hey, you're not going to find a card like this for under $450. So like, I know my listing's at $498 or $499, $500. I'm willing to let this go a little bit less, but you're never going to find this below like $450 or $475. Like everything that's sold has been over that. So logically, I'm telling them that that's my price anchor. And then what I would say is what Tegan just said is, hey, I have a few other offers on this card already. And if you're not interested, I'm going to take one of those others by tomorrow. And that's the fear. That's him putting a time base on it where they can say it expires. Most of you probably haven't seen a lot of the marketing that we do or the sales that we do, but there's always a countdown timer. Like this is going to be gone. You're not going to be able to get this again. It's going to sell out by this date. We're not going to do this again. And that's the takeaway. That's the fear. That's those kind of things. So that's kind of the emotional piece that you do inside your marketing and inside the sales conversation. The logical piece of describing why they should want it, how it will help them, create a logical decision, and then a fear base where there's a timeline. So eBay used to do really, really well. So this is his posting here is not a time-based posting. It's there forever. But there used to be like and they still have them. They're just straight auctions. And it runs out. And what you see is almost all the bidding happens at the last few minutes because it's about to be gone. They're about to not be able to have it. So the way that you can use that is some of the things that you can take away. So like, hey, this is a limited run. Like if you make things or you're going to run out or you're about to sell out, you say, hey, this is going to sell out or it's limited run or this is the last time we're going to do this. Don't say that all the time. It has to be real, but that's how you can do a takeaway. So like somebody that you're negotiating with on some of your items on Facebook Marketplace, you could say, a lot of times I say, hey, if they say, is it still available? I'd say, yeah, it's still available right now, but I'm getting a lot of messages about this item. So like Hannah's $10 Blippy thing, if she's got 8-10 messages about it, I'd be like, hey, it's still available, but first come, first serve. So the first person that gives me $10 is going to get this thing because my messages are just blowing up. I got 20 people that are waiting but the first person that gives me $10 is going to get it. So that's the fear. That's the fear of missing out. That's going to run out. You guys probably have heard of FOMO, right? Oh, Henry said, yeah. So Henry, yeah, we're giving away a computer for the person who makes the most money at our 2-day event on the 19th and 20th. Yeah. Yeah, you have to have the highest net worth at the 2-day event on the 19th and 20th. So, okay. Questions. What kind of questions do you guys have? Throw your hand up if you have questions about sales. I realize I don't have a ton of time to go like really deep in sales with you guys, but really if you understand that you're serving people, you're helping them, and that you really do want to work on your sales and negotiation tactics. I can tell you right now, every single one of you is really, really good at sales because you're kids and you sell your parents stuff all the time of like why you should go to bed late, why you should be able to eat ice cream, why you should get something. Like you guys are really good at sales. And so I know my kids are phenomenal at sales. I'm going to stop sharing here real quick and we'll go to questions. My kids are the best at sales. They sell me on stuff all the time. Like last night, they got like huge waffle cones and ice cream. Even after I said no, I don't know how they did it. It was really incredible. All right, Natasha, I'm going to go to you. Natasha Kolkmeyer. One of you might be Natasha. One of you might not be.
Unmute yourself. We did. Okay.
Okay, what kind of questions do you guys have? What questions?
How do you stay away from hackers on Facebook Marketplace?
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, great question. So you'll probably get some scam. So one thing that I do is I always look at the people's profile. So I always go to their profile and I look and see, and when you're in Marketplace, you can see like what other things they've sold or bought or if they're local. And so like I watch out for misspellings, like a lot of really bad misspellings and things like that. If anybody's ever saying, Zell me some money. So Zell is one that just automatically triggers something like, can I Zell you some money? Things like that. That always triggers a little bit of scam to me in the beginning. I try to stay away from like, if anybody's like ready to send you money without ever seeing it or without ever like knowing anything else, that to me is always a red flag. If anybody's like, oh, I'm going to overpay, will you send me some money back? That's something. So like, I'm going to pay $50, you send me 20 because it's only a $30 item. I would never do that. But pretty much I really look at their profile. If you're ever in question, I would absolutely get your parents involved and say, hey, what do you think about that? I would have, at your guys' age, I would have your parents involved for sure anyway. But some of the older folks that are on here, 16, 17, 18, anytime you're like, this seems too easy, it usually is something's off. So if ever your gut is like, this doesn't seem right, it usually is. But and if they like, a lot of times they're like, hey, can my cousin come pick it up? Or so-and-so is going to do that. And it's not them. That's usually a little bit of a red flag for me. And if they're like ready to buy it right away, like I had a Rolex on Facebook Marketplace for a while. It was just like all scam posts, all scam responses. And it was like, oh, I'm ready to buy it right now. I'll send you the money. These kind of things. It's like, you haven't even seen it yet. You don't even know who I am. There's no, it's too fast of a sale. Too easy.
Okay.
So hopefully that helps a little bit. Definitely look for misspellings. Look for people who are not located in the area. Look at their Facebook profile if it's on Facebook Marketplace and see if they have a profile with like pictures of their family and like regular posts and things like that, or if it's just like 4 pictures that look fake with no history. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, Elijah, let's go to you.
Hi. Ruth, come here. You had a question? Yeah, you did. Okay, well, I watched this video and this guy had this, he was doing this thing and he was like trying to pay a lot of extra money to the people and they thought that he was like a scammer and like he was trying to hurt them or something. And that can happen too. If they're
definitely
pay a lot.
Yeah, this happens a lot. People try to get like, we've had this before where people try to get us to like, when we're buying stuff, like pay a deposit and then they like take your deposit and leave. Or they want to, somebody buying stuff from us, they want to overpay and then we send back. So like they'll send us, $50 and we'll send back 20. And then they'll cancel, they're like, refund the charge. So if you're ever using like Venmo or any of these different items, I would always use, so you can send between friends and then you can send for business. And if you send for business, they take a little percentage of it, but they insure it. So you can actually say, hey, I didn't get the goods and services that I need, and they'll be able to get their money back. But if you just send to a friend, like you're sending $50, you send it to a friend, you can't get that money back. So just be careful. Be careful. Okay, Logan Riley, let's go to you.
So what if like our thing, like, so if our thing doesn't sell in like a few weeks, would we like drop the price?
Yeah, so I mean, right away, that's a great question. Right away, I remember you can click on it and you can see how many people have looked at it. Like Tegan mentioned, he can see how many people are watching and how many people have saved his listing on eBay. So each platform has some different stuff like that. So I would look and see if I'm getting visibility. If I'm not, then there's a few things I'm going to think about. Is it price? Is it my headline? Is it my photos? Is it the description? Like, what is it? It's not always price. So the first thing, like, just be careful, just like dropping the price and dropping the price and dropping the price. Like, that's not the first thing. First thing I do is say, why? Like, if a lot of people are looking at it, but I'm not getting a lot of messages, it might be price, it might be a couple things. But if I'm not getting a lot of people look at it, then it's like, okay, it's either price or it's my pictures or the description. So there's a lot of variables that you can tweak. So I might drop the price after a couple days. Like, I'm not getting a lot of traction on my bike listings right now. So I'm probably gonna maybe adjust the price, like drop it $5 in the next few days. And then what I might do, Logan, is I might take it down, I might remove it, and then put it back up as a new listing. So that's something I do a lot. Because it's about finding the person who needs that thing at the right time. So it just might not be that somebody wants a 12-inch kid's bike this week in my local area. So, sometimes you just have to be a little bit patient.
So,
and there's a lot of other things to choose from. So if you can leave it up there a little bit longer, I would. And then just kind of, adjust the price a little bit and look at the market. Like that guitar, we looked at the guitar, right? Everybody agreed it's overpriced. So if it sits there for a week or two and he's getting no traction on it, he's definitely got to adjust the price on that. Right? But I wouldn't adjust the price like every day and just drop it and drop it and drop it. So we've had some of the kids in our Teenage Tycoon program, we did this, and they were having me look at their listings and ask questions, and they removed it and put it back on, and it sold right away. And it's just a matter of getting in front of the right person at the right time.
First, I posted my guitar for $125, and then I switched it today to 100, and like yesterday I had 0 views. Now I have 14.
Yep. So that helps, but just keep in mind, like, I would rather wait like 3 or 4 days to see how many views came in, because people might have just like woken up and started searching guitars.
Yeah.
So you want a long enough stretch of data to be able to determine if it was the price change, because you didn't have it up that long. So it might just have been that night that you posted it, not a lot of people were looking for guitars, and the next morning they were. But it might also be the price. So those are some of the things.
Okay.
Okay, Fuzan.
Is there a certain age that you have to be to have an account, a personal account?
Oh, on like Facebook and eBay and those kind of things? Yeah, I think there is, for sure. I don't 100% know what it is, but yes, there is a. I would definitely get with your parents to say where they're comfortable having you on and having your own account versus using theirs. So it's definitely a personal choice. Like, my son's not going to have his own social media account. Some parents aren't going to let their kids have their own social media account till they go to college. Some will give it to you a little bit younger. The nice thing about using your parents' account is it's already developed, and they have history. So when you're selling on eBay for the first time, you saw Tegan's got 43 reviews. He's got a history on eBay that looks good. If you created your own brand new account on eBay, you'd have 0 reviews, and it wouldn't look as good as if Tegan was selling cards.
Yes.
So yeah, there is an age. Micah said 18 years old for Marketplace, 18 for eBay, some of that stuff. So yeah, each one, I think 18 is probably the blanket, but I know there's some people that have like their kids have accounts. Like, Ryan's Toys has like I know YouTube because I set my son up for a YouTube channel, but I don't know some of this other stuff. Does that help? Yeah, definitely ask your parents. Okay, let's go fire round. Orlando.
So how do your kids sell you to get stuff? Like,
So how do they sell me to get like ice cream and stuff like that?
yeah, because I'm trying to do something with my dad. Like,
What are you trying to sell? What are you trying to sell your dad? He's standing right behind you, so be careful.
No, no. Remember when my when I was down typing the comments, I said Magic the Gathering draft. So it didn't say meeting. It said Magic the Gathering.
Oh, I got it.
So yeah, there's a draft happening this weekend, and I want to be able to participate, but there's like there's an entrance fee. So
Oh, dude. So Orlando, man, the best way that you can do it is there's a few ways, okay? The first way is that you have to show. So Magic the Gathering is interesting because it really is kind of like it's entertainment. Like what I would say is a lot of things, if you can show how that's going to make you better or make you more money or have you grow as a person, then your parents will invest in something like that potentially. The second one is if you can show how you can earn the money to go there, then that's the way to do it. Like if my kids came to me and said, "Hey dad, I'm going to sell X, Y, and Z," or for me, I give my kids, if my kids read a book and they write a report on it, they get $20. And I don't mean just any book. I'm talking a non-fiction book, like a book that's true, a personal development book. If they read it and write me a report on it, I'll give my son $20. Because that's going to make him a lot better. So, and it's going to have him grow. So I would find things like that you can, instead of saying, "Hey dad, I really want to go to this thing. I want it. I want it. I want it." That's not going to sell us. If you say, "Hey, if I go to this thing, it's going to do X, Y, and Z for me. I'm going to whatever, or I'm willing to earn my way in. How can I help you? What are some things in your business that I can do that would help you make more money? And I can get a piece of that to then take my money that I earned and go spend it on that thing." You also have to talk to your dad, Orlando, and see, does he even believe that that thing is valuable to you? Or is it something that could potentially be I don't know what just happened. Somebody shared the whiteboard. So, or is it something that is actually detrimental to you? Right? Because if he believes that it's detrimental to you and it's not something that is actually developing you or something that is good for you, then no amount of money or no amount of sales is going to help that, right? So you have to remember what I told you about sales. You have to understand. Okay? Most people just want to be understood. So Orlando, if you take the time to understand your dad's feelings about the Magic the Gathering draft this weekend and what's stopping him from saying yes, then you can understand how to kind of position yourself in a way that you could go. Does that make sense?
Yeah. What kind of questions could I ask him?
Well, I would ask him, "Hey dad, how do you feel about my involvement with Magic the Gathering? Do you feel like it's helping me? How do you feel about it?" Or in the beginning, I might say, "Hey dad, did you ever play this game when you were a kid?" Yeah, and so if he didn't, then he probably doesn't understand it. He doesn't know why you like it. He doesn't know what it's going to do. He's never played it. And you might say, "Hey dad, let me show you a little bit about why I like this stuff." And so like my son is a perfect example, and all of you guys are great examples of this. What you're doing right now is not what your parents were doing when they were kids. So we don't really understand why you like the things that you like. Like we were playing outside when we were kids. We were playing basketball, we were playing football, we were running around, we didn't have phones, we didn't have computers, we didn't have any of this stuff. Whoa. So, and we want that for you guys. We want you guys to still get your physical exercise. We want you guys to be outside. We want you to be off screens. We want you to be doing those things. We want to be pouring into you. So if you figure out how to let's see how I should say this, how to understand what your parents just want the best for you. And if they understand why you like it and what it's going to do for you and how it's an exciting part of your life and what it's like some of those things, I think they're more likely to listen to it. So that's one thing. If he's never played it, then like, why do you like it? What's interesting for you? But again, not petitioning to try to convince them of why they should let you go, but more understanding why they might not want you to go. So, hey, Dad, I'm just curious, like, what's stopping you from saying yes? Is it the money? I would ask an open-ended question like that and then just be quiet. Because your dad might say, you know what, Orlando, it's not the money, actually. It's the fact that I don't actually think that this game is good for you. And then that's a totally different conversation, isn't it?
Yes. That
Yeah.
is
So if most people seek to be understood. Like we're out talking to people to try to be heard. What we need to do is we need to do more listening. We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, right? We should listen twice as much as we talk.
Yes.
And so if we listen more and ask really good questions, we can understand where the other person is coming from and then figure out how we can hopefully get them to a place of also understanding where we are.
That is actually some pretty cool advice. That's really good advice.
Okay,
Thanks.
good luck, Orlando.
Thanks.
And Orlando, if it's the money, then figure out how to go make the money. But
Yes.
if it's the fact that it's magic and he doesn't think it's good for you, then understanding that and understanding what direction he wants you to go and where he's going to support you. And then say, hey, maybe I can find something really cool that I really love there too. And making an adjustment.
Like, here's a perfect example. Like Magic. Like, back when Magic the Gathering was first starting out, a teacher in Maine was actually using it to teach their their third grade class math, because Richard Garfield was a mathematician, and when he was creating the game, he centered it around one of the key principles of it, PEMDAS. So I just think it's like a cool fact.
Well, I mean, look, you're a really smart kid and you're a really good kid from what I can tell from all the Teenage Tycoon stuff that we've done together. So you just understanding that, hey, Dad, this is why it's important to me. And this is what I think it's doing for me and helping me, whether it's social ability, whether it's mathematics, any of those things. I mean, I definitely figure out how to work that into the conversation as well. All right, Orlando.
Thank you.
Gustavo and Nathan, and then I'm way over time today, but I knew we might be. Gustavo.
So, like, my listings aren't getting like many views, and right before I post a listing, it says, would you like to post it on a group? And I'm not sure if that would help or what to do about that.
Yeah, absolutely. Post it inside of those classified groups as well. Yeah, it's very important to do that. It will help you for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you can, but don't post in like every group. It has to make sense for what you're selling, but that gives more visibility. Like people will see it. It actually posts inside the group, especially if those group have like 10 or 20,000 people. It will help for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely think you should do that. All right, Nathan, what do you got?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. In your opinion, when you go on places like Facebook Marketplace, what things are you looking for if you wanted to flip it for more money?
Oh, my recommendation to all of you is to focus on the things that you really love, like things that you know that you have an upper hand in. It's probably something that I didn't talk about on the first day. So if it's something that you're obsessed with, so like as a kid, I love baseball cards. Like I love baseball cards. I loved autographs. I watched so much baseball. I used to keep score. Like I watched the game on TV and I would keep score in a scorebook. That's how nerdy I was when I was a kid. Like when they got a hit and like every pitch, every strike, I was marking it in a scorebook like they do at the actual game. That's how like obsessed I was with baseball when I was a kid. So I knew all the players. I knew their stats. I had like the Beckett memorized, like the price of every card. I mean, Tegan's probably the same way. He knows the price of these cards. He's going to the card shows. I was going to the card shows. I was selling at the card shows as a young kid. I was really knowledgeable about it. I knew all the stats. I knew the best players. Like I have a leg up against somebody who doesn't know all that stuff. So like when Tegan, if Tegan and I went to the card show together, like these new cards, I don't know anything about them anymore. Like nothing about them. And he could take advantage of me for sure. He'd be like, he could sell me something that I pay retail for that he could buy at half off somehow. If you love shoes, and all you read about shoes, you talk about shoes, you watch all the shoe reels and all that stuff, then look for shoes. If you Nathan, what do you really like? What are you into?
Well, I'm into a few things. Like actually the guitar listing you looked at, the second thing, that was actually my listing.
Okay. Are you into guitars and electric music
I did
equipment?
with that, but I also have collected quite a few Pokemon cards over the years.
Okay.
I've done a lot with that too.
So if you know value of Pokemon cards, then like focus on that. I would go look online for Pokemon cards because people don't know. Like, I don't know what the value of these cards are. Like, my kids have thousands of them. If my kids moved out, I'd be like giving them away for free. So like go on Craigslist, go on Garage Sale, go on Facebook Marketplace and look for Pokemon cards that somebody's like, I have a shoebox full of Pokemon cards that I'm selling at a garage sale this week, and be the first one at the garage sale and buy it. And then go sell those. You know, something that you know that you have a leg up on, that you have a competitive advantage of. That goes for all of you. Like whatever you're into, figure out how to take that and have that be your superpower when it comes to flipping something. So like cars, I showed you the car on the first day. I was so into cars. And I had a competitive advantage because my friend's dad owned a car part shop that he can get all this stuff for wholesale pricing. So I could get it all cheap, and then I could go trade it for something that was more expensive. So I did that. Yeah, Mia, we are late. We are very late. Yeah. And I got one more minute. I'm going to ask Elijah. I'm going to get Elijah's question, and then we're going to go. All right, Elijah, what do you got?
My Facebook Marketplace thing. I'm selling a Spider-Man sleeping bag, and I don't know where to go if I have like people that commented.
Oh yeah, so if anybody has on your listing, if anybody asks you a question about it, it'll be in your messenger. It'll be in your parents' messenger account.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
And it'll be under a marketplace messenger account, which is a little bit different. A little bit different. Yep. All right. Okay. Did you guys have fun over these 3 days?
Yes.
Did you learn something? Did you learn something?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I saw a lot of people asking about money camp that I was talking about. We will send an email out to your parents with a link, and if it's something that you guys want to do, make sure you say, "Hey, guys, who's going?"
Me.
Oh, Elijah, you're going to be there?
Yep.
Cool. I can't wait to see you, man. Awesome. Yeah, we've got like, I think we have like 150 people coming so far. I'd really like to get like another 100 people there, like 100, 250. That would be awesome. We're going to play a fun game. We're going to learn a lot over the 2 days, and we're going to get to spend time together and hang out and network with the other kids that are going there. So Mia's going, cool. Oh, Hannah doesn't want the day to end. Oh, Hannah, you're so sweet. I don't want the day to end either. So, all right, everybody, I had a great time over these 3 days. Look, like I said when we first started, I don't want this to mean just like you came here and you learned a little bit. I want you to actually do something with it. Find that superpower of yours. Figure out what the thing is that you're going to be flipping, what you want to sell, or what you want to do in the future. And it might be like mowing grass or like flip some of your time in the beginning, but there's definitely something that is out there for you. And each of you are going to be a little bit different. And over time, it might be something that you just adjust. You flip, like maybe it's Pokemon cards in the beginning and eventually becomes something else and something else. And don't let anybody tell you that you're too young to do something, okay? You're not too young to do something. If you have a dream, if you have a vision, if you want to do something bigger, then you can do it. I promise you, okay? So like there's kids in our community that are flipping houses. There's kids that are wholesaling houses at 14, 15, 16 years old. You can absolutely do it. Like, do not let people tell you that you can't do something, especially like don't let if you have a goal and a plan, what you should say is how can I do it? Okay. How can I? Don't let I can't stop you. Say, how can I do these things? So I had a great time with you guys. I will see some of you in a couple weeks. And then if you need anything from us, like have your parents reach out to me on social media, or our email address is info@teenagetycoon.com, info@teenagetycoon.com. And if some of your parents come to the farmer's market, say hi to me. I'll be there this Saturday from 11 to 2 at my farmer's market in Spring Hill. And you can come say hi to me, see you in person. maybe I'll sell you some cheese or some beef or some fruit or something like that. So, and we can work on sales and negotiation in person. All right. Great to see everyone. Have a great day. Thank you guys so much for being here. It's awesome. My farmer's market's called Hidden Gem Farmers Market.
Bye. 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 Bye.
Bye.